Hello, hello, and welcome again to the intermittent fasting group where together through faith, food, fitness, and fellowship, we can get ourselves whole and healthy, and we can begin to live a life full and fulfilled. So let's talk today about hunger hormones. And you're going, what? What do you mean hunger hormones? I hear about hormones all the time, but I never heard about hunger hormones. Well, we have three hunger hormones, and I am going to do my best to explain this as easy to understand as possible. And I've taken a bunch of notes so that I don't forget things. So bear with me. We have three major hunger hormones. And what's really important about that is our current American lifestyle and the way we eat all day long and the way we eat for 14 or 16 hours and only fast for 8 to 10. We have created an imbalance in our hunger hormones. And these hunger hormones are super important, and you're probably dealing with them while they're beginning to try to balance now if you're following your intermittent fasting. So the three hunger hormones are leptin, ghrelin, and and I always get this one, name confused. It's neuropeptides. Yeah, there you go, neuropeptides. And I'm going to refer to it as its abbreviation, which is NPY. And that way you know what I'm talking about is the neuropeptides. That actual name is not as important as knowing that it is one of your hunger hormones, and the abbreviation is NPY. So let's talk leptin. Leptin is like your internal calorie counter. So when you eat food, your leptin is what tells you when you're full, when you've gotten enough nutrition for your body. Now, we've spent many, many years being taught to eat small meals and stop, and then 2 hours later eat small meals and stop, or snacks or whatever. So we've created this imbalance in our leptin because our leptin never really gets to do what it's designed to do, which is tell you when you have enough nutrients. Now, you're stopping eating before you're full, which is part of the problem. But the other part of the problem is that we're eating foods that lack nutrition. So your leptin is just not registering that you're getting enough nutrition for your body. So it's going off balance, and you can actually become leptin resistant, which is when your body, that hormone doesn't ever tell you you're full, which means you keep eating. Eek, right? Not good. So then ghrelin, so let's see. And basically leptin, I wrote down a note to tell you this, that basically what leptin is in our bodies for is to make sure we don't go into starvation, so we don't not eat enough, right? Because it tells us when we're full, if it's balanced. Now, for leptin to be balanced, you have to have the same number of calories in as the energy and calories out. So that's when it's balanced, right? So whatever calories you're putting in, you need that many calories of energy going out, okay? And that's when your leptin is balanced. So the next hunger hormone is ghrelin. Now, ghrelin is commonly referred to as growling ghrelin. That is the hormone that creates your stomach growling when it's telling you you're hungry, right? And this hormone figures out when to tell you you're hungry based on your lifestyle, based on whether it's gotten enough nutrients from your meals, right? So if you're eating on a calorie restricted diet, then you may not be getting enough nutrients, and ghrelin's going to keep going. It's going to keep growling all the time, telling you you're hungry, telling you you're hungry, telling you you're hungry. And that's one of the lifestyles we've created in our constant eating, right? So ghrelin, also high levels of ghrelin makes you crave sugar. You don't want that. So we want to get that ghrelin under control. Now, one of the things you can do as you're beginning your intermittent fasting, and that ghrelin is going to start saying, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. And what you can do is you can drink your mineral water, and the gases that are in here will trick your ghrelin into thinking you put food in your stomach, and that will stop that ghrelin and help balance that out. So it'll stop making noise, for one, because that's embarrassing, and two, it will tell you that you've gotten some food and it will be satisfied. Neuropeptides. Now, neuropeptides are stronger than ghrelin. They are, its primary function is to delay fullness so that you will keep eating. And this happens because what neuropeptides do is they distribute the nutrients and the extra calories left over through your body. So if you haven't gotten enough nutrients, it's going to jump in and tell you you're not full. Okay, so if it's telling you you're not full, it's going to make you want to eat more and want to eat more, right? So this, you can see how these hunger hormones being out of balance makes you hungry and it makes you crave food, right? And that way it's causing us to eat more. Now, the other thing that the neuropeptides do is it decides where your extra calories are going to be stored, whether they're going to be stored in your muscle or stored in your fat. Well, they're pretty much always going to pick fat. And if our leptin levels are balanced, then it inhibits, I've got things popping up on my screen, sorry. It inhibits the neuropeptides from coming in, okay? So if leptin is level, then the neuropeptides don't come in, which means they don't tell your extra calories to go to fat because, well, there aren't any. You're putting in the same number of calories as the calories you're putting out. Now, how do you know how to make that level? Well, if you're eating nutritious food, if you're eating until you're full, 2 to 3 meals a day, and you're using calories from your fat during your fasting time, then you can balance out those calories in and calories out. Okay? I hope that makes sense. So basically, when you burn fat during your fasting time, those are calories. Those are calories you put in there before. I always point to my stomach because that's where mine goes. Those are calories you had before. So when you expend that as energy, those are calories out. And so instead of constantly eating all day and having more calories coming in than calories going out, which can create leptin resistance, you will be able to balance that leptin out, which will keep your ghrelin under control and which will inhibit the neuropeptides from coming in and saying, let's put this extra stuff in fat, right? So hopefully you understand that. And I wanted to make sure that you got some of that because I think it's really important to understand that those are hormones and they're learning to balance out while you're going through this new eating style in your life. Please message me or comment with questions. And I hope that you kind of got that figured out. It's very confusing, but I think it's really important for you to know. Have a blessed day.